G'day folks, Jason here from PapaJ's, and we're just going to be running through a few germination steps, getting you guys to fly and start the season. Only one way to germinate, guys. And don't forget, shake it. You want to shake it so the bottle almost sounds full. Good 20 seconds, vigorous shaking. Stuff's a nightmare to clean with messes. And once you're shaken up, don't stick a pipette in and take the liquid from the bottom. Just use the foamy ExploGrow on the top. So your humics and microbes are all mixed up good and solid. Okay, so we're going to be inoculating Insane African Sunrise from African Roots Horticulture. It's a creation of Easy's been working with for a while. And then we got something special from Canna Health Genetics. Durban Poison Cross Congo Broadleaf F2. Excited to see what comes of these. First thing, 2 little containers. The seeds have been out since this morning, so they've acclimated. They're room temperature, not cold anymore. So for the inoculation, you don't want to use molds and molds and molds of ExploGrow. You literally just want to coat the seeds. You can use a pipette for this. Or otherwise, just a few little drops. Just really a little in there. Or do we do them all? Beautiful seeds. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll go with 5 of each. 6. Keep it even. Really just a little bit in there. Okay, your inoculation, you can just keep it at room temperature. It doesn't have to be in a dark spot or anything like that. I wouldn't leave it in direct light or near a window or anything. Just on a counter in the house somewhere out of sun, out of light. You can inoculate anywhere between 30 minutes to 24 hours. I find 30 minutes does the job, no need to go much longer. But sometimes it's just easier to get on with other things and get back to the beans a bit later. So if you do soak it for longer, don't worry. It will only be good. Wow. Congo broadleaf. Should be interesting. Huh? Oh, Canna Health Genetics says it's quite a special pheno, this girl. Oh, this boy. Congo's the boy. All right, we've got 5 in there. 6. All right, so we're gonna let those soak for about 30 minutes. And then what we'll do after that is we're going to wet some cotton pads. What I suggest what you do with your cotton pads first is rinse them underneath some rainwater or some unchlorinated water. Give them a good squeeze. You're just getting rid of any bleaching or chlorine or anything that's in here. So give them a good squeeze out, rinse them a few times like that, give them a good squeeze out. What you do with the pressing as well is it just closes some of the membrane. So when the roots do push through, when they do germ, it's easy to remove them. I find if you don't squeeze it like that, the membrane inside is very open and the roots tend to spread through a lot. And when you try to pull your little bean off, it tends to snap the little fibrous roots on there. So give them a good soak, good squeeze, good soak, good squeeze, get them lacquer clean. And then what I use as well is a little bank bag. Once your cotton pads are wet, you finish your soak, you're gonna put your beans in there. You can put a few drops of ExploGrow on here as well. Just remember, you don't want them soaking, but you do want them wet. I'll get pushed together into the bank bag and then I'll keep them inside the styrofoam container. It'll probably be open in the daytime and then at night time I'll close it. It'll just help moderate the temperature so there isn't a drop too much in the evening. Into the, oh, sorry man. This is Insane African Sunrise. All right guys, so it's been about half an hour ready now. Our beans are still having a good soak. We've been swirling them around, making sure they're getting well coated. We've got here some rainwater. Put our 2 cotton pads in here ready for the first lot. And like I said, you're going to give them a good squeeze. Squeeze them out flat. Get as much water out as you can. McCall's in the background. They want to be part of it. So like I said, when you squeeze in your cotton pads, you don't want them soaked. Like this is here, like this now, this is already too wet. So we're making sure we're getting all those drips out. Run those 2 so long. Right. Let's start with who we get first. So African sunrise. African roots horticulture. Sorry. My bad, I need something to get them out there quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got our beans here, just them up a bit. Using my fingers here, you shouldn't really. I did sanitize. All right, you can see the drip is out. Still nice and damp though. We'll give that a little squirt with a trigger spray before we put that away. Let's get over to. So this is just to get any bleaching out and chlorine or anything that's been used to make the whitening. Or to keep it clean, sterile. We don't want those interfering with microbes or killing any of the population or causing any other problems to germination. You should do this with your paper towel as well, or tissue paper, anything that you're using to do your soaking with. Eliminates variables, which I think is important with growing. All right, and here we got Durban Poison Congo Broadleaf F2 by Canna Health Genetics. Getting some of this ExploGrow out. Waste nothing, guys. How many billions?
5.7 billion milliliter.
5.7 billions per milliliter. I think we got a good couple billions. Yeah.
Colony forming units.
High CFU, guys. They don't mess around. Right, then what I like to do is just put it into a zip bag. It's just going to help maintain humidity. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark here.
This is where it usually goes wrong for me with the marking.
We'll wait till harvest, we'll see what it is.
Exactly.
Right, now they are still pretty damp. I think if I squeeze, you can actually see a bit of water pushing out still. It's literally just a couple of squirts. You don't want to keep them over soaked. What happens if they're too wet is your bean can pop, it can crack, germinate, and then what happens is too much moisture gets in you and your little taproot in your seed can actually rot inside the shell. So rather come back and squirt a bit more into the bag later if you think it's a bit dry than over wetting it. And just 1 or 2 dollars for the love of moisture. And then there's our babies. They're marked. It doesn't have to be in a styrofoam. I just use this because I have it. You can put it into a Tupperware. You can put it in between 2 plates. Even if you just got a warm spot, you can put the Ziploc down somewhere like that. But like I said, I just like this at night because when the evening temperatures drop, this will stay ambient. It won't drop as much as at night. Yeah, now we're going to wait, soak like that anywhere between 12 hours, 24, 48 hours. Takes a little bit longer sometimes. It doesn't always speed up germination. What you're looking at for is the conductivity of the taproot at germination. Everything's going to be available for the little seedling. Microbes also help keep any soil-borne pathogens at bay and any seed-borne pathogens at bay. So you've got a healthy bean oncoming with a platter of food waiting for it. Yeah, so we'll wait until we got some beans popped and then we're going to move these balls into soil, again with some ExploGrow. So stay tuned, folks.